guys, Ashley here. I just recently decided that I'm going to start doing beauty product tutorial, or not tutorials, but reviews and beauty technique, I guess, tutorials slash reviews and movie reviews. That's what I'm starting out with. Those are what I'm most interested in and passionate about. I may add on later, but as for right now, it's just beauty products and movies. Good fun. Today, what I'm going to be talking about is GlamGlow. I don't know if you guys have seen it. How I found out about it was on Pinterest. You've probably seen it. The thumbnail is up close of a nose, and it's gray, but it's got a bunch of black spots. That's pretty much what this does. The basis of GlamGlow, it's a charcoal formula, and it's meant to absorb the blackheads out of your face. And as a person that has struggled with acne in the past, I've tried everything. I ended up even going to the dermatologist for it. Nothing worked. I ended up getting Skin ID for that, but the blackheads, which worked wonders. If anybody out there needs something for their acne, I definitely recommend Skin ID. But I've always had problems with blackheads, and nothing could get them out. Nothing. I've tried all the so-called deep exfoliating scrubs that are supposed to just get in there, buff them right out. I've even resorted to the old bobby pin method where you end up bruising your face more than getting anything out of it. But I saw this, and I was tempted to buy it, but it is rather pricey. If you go through Sephora, it's about $70. I ordered mine online through a beauty shop at Amazon, and it was about $45. And the only reason I ended up buying it was I saw a girl on my Facebook had bought it, and it actually had worked for her. I wasn't about to purchase it without knowing that somebody had tried it and it had worked. Just with how much it was, and well, you can see how tiny this thing is. But even on the back, it says that if you do the entire face, you get probably about 25 to 30 uses out of it. Or if you do spot treatments, it's endless, depending on how big your spot treatments are. I've done quite a few of these already, and I've noticed a lot of difference. But I still have like 3/4 of a jar, and a lot of my treatments that I've done has been my entire face. So I think it's going to last a lot longer than what they predict for you. Okay, so to use this, it just says to wash your face first, make sure it's clean, dry. All I did was use a Kroger brand deep exfoliating scrub, and I think it's comparable to Clean and Clear, which it may be its own brand, or it may be Neutrogena. I think it's orange. You've probably seen it. I really like this face wash. It's nothing fancy. It was the cheapest thing on the shelf. I just grabbed it as I was trying to hurry up and get out of Kroger. The best way I can describe this is, and here I'm going to put quotes here, what it feels like to chew 5 gum. I'm serious. My face gets very cold, very icy. At first, it's kind of unpleasant, but you kind of get used to it and kind of like it. So just wash my face, nothing fancy, no special face wash. Heck, half the time I change my face wash, like I say, it's usually the last thing I grab on the way out of the store, and I'm just trying to hurry up and get out of there. Alright, so when you put on the GlamGlow, the goal is to put it on in thin layers. What I do when I put it on, I try to make it so I can still see my skin through it while it's wet. And so you guys can see all this. I'm going to go ahead and do a whole face treatment today. Okay. As you can see there, after I'm done making all sorts of funny faces at you, it dries very quickly. And I will warn those of you who have sensitive skin, like I do, I believe this has mint in it, so you will feel kind of a burning sensation, particularly right here. It goes away, you get used to it after a while. It's nothing, it's kind of uncomfortable the first time you use it. It's not so bad the next few times, and I mean, you can always elect to not use it there. That's about the only thing that I can say for when you put it on. As you can see, it dries very quickly, so you have to be kind of careful to beat the elements, or you know, you're gonna have half your face that's completely dry and the other half that's still this dark gray. And I'll get close enough here. You can see my skin through it in places where it's still wet. That's the kind of thin we're talking here. We don't want to put it on too thick or else it won't work, it won't dry. And that's not good. That'll be a waste of your money and time, and you'll be disappointed that it didn't work. And as you can see here where it's dried, all those dots, it's sucking stuff out of my pores, which makes you feel kind of disgusting and scuzzy, but hey, whatever works. And you just leave it on until the majority of it dries, which I usually end up with a couple portions like around my nose or on my chin that just don't dry for whatever reason. It does start to get a little stiff, so I might start looking like I've had a fresh round of Botox soon. When you go to take this off, all you do is just take a wet washcloth and wipe it off. It might take a little more effort in some spots, which I've got my washcloth sitting here next to me and a dish of water because I'm sure it's probably going to take a couple tries. I definitely recommend being near a sink when you do this because usually I have to wipe my face, then rinse out my washcloth and wipe my face and rinse out my washcloth because it will hold on to your washcloths fairly well. When you do laundry, it comes out so it doesn't stain anything, so you don't need to worry about using any old washcloths or ratty washcloths that you're not concerned about what happens to. I definitely would recommend not using white washcloths because I don't know if it will stain them. All of my washcloths are bright, vibrant, colorful, so I haven't noticed any stains from the pigment in this, but I don't know if it would stain white washcloths, so you might want to be careful of that. I think that's about it for the process of putting it on and waiting for it to dry. And now we wait. You do need to be sure to leave enough space around your mouth and around your eyes, because like I said, it's very, just putting it on the cheeks is very sensitive. Try to avoid the under eye as much as you can. I try, once it starts reaching your cheekbone, like you know how your eye dips in for the socket, once you hit that cheekbone, just go slightly out of that so it's the top of your cheek, and that is what I use as a general rule. And stay out of your eyebrows, because I can't imagine what kind of mess it would be to try and get this out of your eyebrows. And do your best to avoid your hairline, because I can't imagine what a mess it is to try and get it out of your hair. And it is. And at some point, I will get to look less funny. Hopefully soon. I think it's pretty much doing all it's gonna do. And even, I'll get up close to my nose. All those blackheads. My nose has been my major problem for blackheads. But this is the first thing I've actually been able to find that will get it out of my face. Let's see. It's the whole name is SuperMud Clearing Treatment. So don't just look up for GlamGlow. because there's like 4 different kinds of GlamGlow, but this one is the clearing treatment, which I'm sure their other products are awesome, but if you're looking for this, the other ones probably won't make you happy. Okay. Gonna wash my face off now. You might hear some sloshing because I got a bucket of water right here. And you just simply kind of look like I have facial hair. See, and this is what we're talking about for it coming off on your washcloths. So that may stain white washcloths, so be very careful of that. I definitely wouldn't recommend trying it out just in case, or if you have an old white one, then maybe try it. But definitely avoid the brand new white ones that you just bought. Oh. Alright. Yeah. And I know my face looks really red, but I swear it's not that red. It's just from the scrubbing, trying to get it off, because it is kind of difficult to get off. But it doesn't stay like this. It's not agitated. If you have any allergies, definitely, like with anything else that you buy for your face, read the label. I'm not 100% sure of everything that's in this, so definitely do your own research if you decide to buy it, or if you're interested. My face feels, after taking it off, feels very clean. It actually feels like it's tightened up. Not that that's something I'm really concerned about at 22 years old, but it's a nice feeling. I feel old enough as it is. I don't need to have a saggy face. My nose feels very clean. All my pores feel very opened up. I took a picture up close of my nose before I put it on, and I will take another one now that I've washed it off, and I will include the before and after pictures for you to compare and take a gander at. I've been using it, I think this is probably about the 10th time I've used this face mask, and I can tell a difference. Even my mother could tell a difference in my face. It is a noticeable difference, and I quite enjoy the feeling, and I quite enjoy that I finally found an answer. So that's about all I got for you today. If you have any questions, comments, what have you, feel free to post them below.